Let's bring in Kit Darby, a nationally recognized airline pilot with 35 years of experience. Kit, good to be with you today. Not a whole lot of answers right now when it comes to this tragic collision, but what we do know, as Owen mentioned, is that the black boxes from the American Airlines plane have been recovered. What do you think we'll learn from those recorders?
Well, regrettably, we don't have recorders on the helicopter, so that's going to be the big question. But the ones on the airplane, it's a late model airplane that'll have everything about that airplane recorded, and we'll have the voice track from the pilots. So we'll know all about that one. The flight recorder sort of tells us what timing with the airplane. The voice recorder sort of what the pilots are thinking, what they're doing. On the helicopter, we're left with without that level of information. We'll have radar showing us the ground track. There's the altitude, of course, very important. It's restricted to 200 feet in that area, which is very low. I haven't seen good data on the altitude yet. I mean, there's a lot of speculation that the helicopter was too high, and that may be true, but I haven't been able to verify it. He had some of his equipment turned off, and the other equipment, military, I haven't seen the data on that yet.
Yeah, so a lot of questions around that for sure. Kit, I want to talk now about what was going on at air traffic control at that time. You know, according to a report, that night, one person was doing the job of two people, managing air traffic for helicopters as well as airplanes. Could this have been a factor, or do you think it's the reason this tragedy happened?
Well, it's certainly a possibility, one of many, without all the information yet. But it's not uncommon to combine frequencies in periods of low activity or inactive airports. So usually ground and tower at inactive airports. In this case, they've combined the two airborne frequencies, and they're using different frequencies. So not only do we have reduced staff, but we also have one aircraft not able to hear the other, which lowers their situational awareness. My guess is that this airplane had no idea this helicopter was there and wasn't looking for it. On the other hand, the helicopter said he saw the traffic and would pass behind it. So at that point, the helicopter is very maneuverable. It should be able to avoid the airplane. The trouble is vision at night is only about 10% of what it is in the daytime. The airplane's one light of many lights out there. He could have either not seen the right one or not seen it at all, and been unable to avoid it due to depth perception. And we're talking about wearing night vision goggles, which is like looking through binoculars, limits your field of vision, and that also reduces your depth perception. So they might have seen it and been unable to avoid it, or they may have looked and seen another airplane perhaps coming to another runway.
Yeah, and maybe we'll know more answers when this preliminary report comes out in 30 days. What can you expect to learn from that?
Well, the report will have all these, many of these pieces, although not final. It should have the basic information and a reasonably reliable conclusion, although it's not final. So we'll know about air traffic control. We'll know about everything about the airplane. We'll have the best information we can find on the helicopter, and that will probably explain what happened, but it won't be final for quite a while.
Yeah, and Kit, a lot of people asking right now, is it safe to fly? Your thoughts?
Well, I like to give it, I'm sort of statistically based kind of guy. I go by the numbers. We have 30 million plus flights in this country on an annual basis. Some of our large airlines, Delta, United, American, have 1 million flights a year. We have a tremendous exposure here. And the actual safety record, I love to equate it to driving. Everybody drives, and we're going to drive ourselves to the airport. We don't hesitate to do that, even in Atlanta with their outrageous driving. But when we do that, it's about 20 times less safe than getting on this airplane, climbing to 30,000 feet, going to the West Coast in a few hours at 600 miles an hour. So the 600-mile-an-hour part is 20 times safer than the 60-mile-an-hour part of driving yourself to the airport, where if something goes wrong, you can simply pull off to the side of the road in your car, and you can't really do that in an airplane. So I wouldn't hesitate to fly myself or put my family on an airplane because of this incident. These are extremely rare, and the odds are very much in your favor that it is the safest mass transportation system available.
Okay, thank you so much for insights. I lived in Atlanta for many years, so I know about driving there for sure. Thank you for your time, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you.